not wanting to go broke is a real thing, and when you're self-employed, you need to do a couple of these things so that you don't you don't go broke, especially because everything's so expensive right now. I don't think it's a secret that everything is starting to cost a lot more, whether it be groceries or like rent or just even just buying gear or anything. And with that, I think it's becoming more and more challenging to be like self-employed, like have your own business, provide a service, whatever it may be. If you don't have the guarantee of a paycheck, or you don't have a guarantee of like an employer giving you money every single week, the more streams of revenue you can have is a good thing. And I think with Savannah and I, that's probably the biggest thing that we've learned is the importance of figuring out or trying to figure out different ways to bring in an income. That way, if one source dries up or slows down, then we're not really affected all that much. And I think the secret to doing all of that is really to be proactive during like times where you have like a lot of business. That way, when things are slow, you're not like scrambling to try to find something. We've learned that the hard way, and I think that's just a common thing that a lot of people just have to go through, and you only have to go through it once. I'm currently trying to figure out a way. This is my overhead shooting rig right here, and I'm currently trying to figure out a way to permanently fix a light up here, because right now I have like this key light, but I also like want like an overhead, like just to give me really, really equal and even lighting. And up until now, I've always just used these Nan lights, which they're great, but I feel like I could use them for other things besides that. So right now the project is to get a better light solution. I think right now I have an extra one of these quasars right above you that you just saw. I think that's the way to go for at least trying it out to see if it actually works. The trick is to get it to where it's semi-permanent, and I also want it to be straight. I also want it like straight down. I don't want it turning like that. And this may not work. Oh wow, that's bright. But that looks better. If you look now, like anything that's on this is going to be super, super evenly lit. It's actually a little overexposed. So like that would be like the look, but I would like have it mounted on this whole thing. I think that works. Now let's see what that looks like while you're mounted on here. Ooh, that looks good. And then the cool thing about this is I have like this main light up here, but then I also have this key light to like if I want to like light one side of my face a little bit more than another side to like do different lighting scenarios. Or same thing with the gear. Like it doesn't really change all that much. I think for us, we always would rather have like our prices stay reasonably priced. I know a lot of people in the space that we're in have just raised their prices to a crazy amount, like $5,000-$6,000 and up. And for us, we'd rather stay reasonably priced and have other streams of revenue to like help combat like just grocery costs going up and everything else. And I think for us, that does one of two things. One, that doesn't make us feel like we're gouging people for money. And then two, like I said before, having that extra stream of revenue, that really helps like diversify everything. So like example for us would be, we have like a photo video business that we do a lot of, like that's like our bread and butter. But then we also have other things like this YouTube channel, like stuff on TikTok. Savannah's doing another thing that I mentioned a couple of vlogs ago, where she is basically selling stuff on like, it's like, basically make TikTok videos for like food products or products from like Target and stuff like that. And they're not crazy numbers, but they're supplemental streams of revenue. That way, if like our photo and video business does slow down, then we at least have something to kind of fall back on, or at least help like the hemorrhaging if we're like losing money or anything like that. Which fortunately we're not, but this is all preventative. That way, if the day ever does come for that, then does that make sense? think a lot of like how we started to want to make or create different revenue streams was during 2020 when I lost my job, and once I lost my job, then I pretty much had like there was nothing else. So I was kind of just stuck into having to like find a different revenue stream, and ever since then we've kind of been proactive or like trying to figure out ways to just have different streams. And the most recent one that we've done that's actually proving to pan out is the one that Savannah's doing, and I'm going to actually tell you about it later in the video because it was actually pretty easy to sign up. I signed up, and it's actually not that difficult. Savannah was actually supposed to get one, but she ended up getting two things. All right, so the app is called Kale, like Kale, and it's pretty intuitive. Basically, what it does is when you sign up and everything else, you can connect Instagram or TikTok, and it's by views is like how much you get paid. But Savannah's, the ones that she's done, she said that she's made about $20 as the average. Is that correct? Yes, $20 for the average. And they literally just give you examples, and they like give you like a shot by shot like list of what they're requiring. So some places may require you to like show like beginning the journey of going there, like getting some shots of the parking lot or driving there, whatever. Picking the item up and then taking it back to your car, and then like trying it at home or on the car, like the video she's doing right now is gonna be one for she has to like try it here like in the car. And they have like if you meet all of those requirements, then you got paid like $20 for like a 10-second or a 20-second video that takes like 2 minutes to make. Now I haven't made anything from that, but it was enough to get me to try it. And honestly, I mean, it's so like the margin of like the requirement, the work requirement for that to like getting paid is so small that it's kind of like, I mean, why wouldn't you try at least a couple of them? So what are the major takeaways for this whole video? I think for me at least, it's really easy and really tempting. Like when you find something that's successful and like that you're like making decent money at or living at, it's really easy to get tunnel visioned and to close everything off or everything else off. But I think it's an important thing to like have at least your radar up to potentially like find new revenue streams. That way you can add to that, and it's just a little. It takes like a unstable, unsecure way of like making money, and it makes it a little bit more stable. At least I think so. Sorry, I didn't recognize that I came out.